for this last, cause a motherfucker getting fed up, looking at you.
It means that men will just lose heart. Their spirits will just flag and say, what's the use? As they see these things coming upon the world, they'll lose heart. Just don't want to keep on. It said, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And this is speaking of the second coming, when he'll set his feet bodily upon the Mount of Olivet in Jerusalem, and it'll cleave to the east and the west. And he'll come back personally with his saints with him. I plan to be in that number. I plan to be in that number. I plan to be.
Good evening, and welcome to tonight's episode of WD20, the Travelers of Morgana, because they don't have a name yet. Before we get started, I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank all of our people for hanging out. I want to wish a happy birthday to Nikolai, in case you're watching this in a few years. Happy birthday. This was today, as you can tell right there. We are getting ready to get started with our episode 3 Swamp Thing. In just a few moments, we're going to jump into this intro and get things riggedy started. That's not how it would be stiggity started. So stick around, guys, and we'll be right back. And welcome back. Thanks again for joining us, guys. Hope you enjoy what you see. Oh, yeah, we already got to fix this. That's okay. You want to go ahead and try hitting that button for me, bud? On the camera?
Yes.
Thank you.
Hold?
Yeah. Okay. All right, and now press the button on the bottom. Okay, we should be good.
PC camera.
Awesome. It's good to know. And now you guys get to watch this happen in busy real time. Oops, wrong one. 2 times over.
Man.
Perfect.
Sometimes when I don't use the bathroom, it smells like Cobalt burial ground.
I'm pretty sure that's where Cobalt burial grounds actually exist, is within the bottoms of young children, where poo comes and is formed. Yeah. Hey, good to have you, Demon Lord Man. Thanks for stopping in. We love having you here.
What's up?
If you haven't done so already and you're new here, be sure to hit the little heart button right there above Tzegyr's head, and we'll really appreciate that. We are trying to get to 42 followers by April 20th.
By 420.
Not followers, subscribers.
42 subscribers.
Now we're trying to get subscribers. But if you subscribe, we now have emotes that will be active in the next 3 or 4 days. They're pending approval, but as soon as they go up, we'll have our own emotes. We finally did the thing, so that's exciting, and that's really awesome, and I'm really excited about that. But with that being said, I want to make sure that this is...
It is the Next Gen Adventures.
It's the Next Gen Adventures. Alright, put this up here. This right here.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get my stuff ready.
Yep. Everybody make sure you have your stuff while I
got... Hey, you didn't give me that. I got
Did it not?
this. I got this so we can roll on. Okay. Where's my dice? Oh, should I have 7 dice? Hold on. I'll check.
Yes, you should. 7. You should have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
One set would be 7 dice. Yes. There you go.
Okay.
I've only got 6.
So you're missing a D20.
Oh,
That's the one that you.
Important one.
That's the green and black one that you found.
That's the one in your bag.
Oh yes.
Okay, so.
Was it hanging around here, like somewhere, like right here? Yeah.
So you guys will be able to have your.
Yeah.
You'll have your character sheets
I
up.
got this.
Yeah. Does that look right? Level 2, 22.
Looks pretty good to me.
Is that where we are at?
Sort of. It's kind of where you're headed, but we'll see. All right. So, in our last few episodes, kind of catching everybody up who hasn't been here before, we found our adventurers in the town of Broads, where Phasia and
Gandrel.
Thank you. Sorry, no, I just realized that I didn't have my screen up, and I want to make sure that I did.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that the drill that you see on the picture side?
So our story began in Broads, where Gandrel and Phasia met up at a pub where Gandrel was working. The very next day or so, they were approached by Salazar and Tzegyr, kind of a serendipitous meetup where they got together and all decided to take some very important artifacts to a man by the name of. Do you guys remember what the guy's name was? The guy that you're taking stuff to.
Stuff too, like the old man said.
Yes. Do you remember that guy's name? Not Darius's name, but the other guy.
His friend. It's not the Edinburgh. That's
Edinburgh is what you're talking about. That's the place.
yeah, that's where we're
So
going.
you guys are headed to Daxton Lutz's home. Daxton Lutz is a sorcerer of some sort. He's very, very experienced in dealing with artifacts and figuring out what they mean and what they do. And so you guys were told that it would be best for you to go there and take your stuff to him. So you joined together and left town pretty early. You were also joined by Luna Marine, who isn't with us this evening, and she, all of you joined up together in a 2-horse carriage and left Broads on a nice little trip out east. So on your trip out east, you kind of got a little lost, and in turn, I mean, you didn't get lost. You're pretty sure you're going the right direction, but you're not really sure where you're going. So you ended up stopping and asking a farmer for directions, and in doing so, decided that you're going to take the train tracks all the way into Laveau, the town of Laveau, the swampy southeastern town of Laveau. So you linked up with, or after meeting up with this guy and this farmer and learning which direction you should go, you started leaving and passing a bunch of these fields when you were attacked by a couple of bugbears who wanted nothing to do but to attack you and to keep. It seemed like they were trying to stop you from going a certain direction, but you guys went the direction that you wanted to and kept moving, and that brings us to tonight.
Like pros.
Like pros. Technically, as soon as you get paid for that endeavor, then you will be a pro, technically. So
We're not going to pay. You guys are the ones going to pay.
no, we're talking about we're talking about you. Anyway, okay, so let's you were sitting in the back actually, weren't you?
Yeah, I was taking a
Taking a short rest as we were going forward. So I'll say it was about 4:30 in the afternoon when you guys got past the bugbears and kind of started heading along that direction. I feel like he's on his way now. So do you guys have any? Were you talking about anything while you're on the ride or anything to each other?
I'm gonna say, hey, where's Luna?
She's still in the cart right now. She's still up front. Yeah, you guys. She hasn't just vanished. She's still with you right now.
Oh, I thought.
No.
Just don't.
You don't
go
know.
along
You don't
with
know
it.
anything yet. I already said that to you guys. You have to wait until. Please stop playing for the camera, dude. Please. I will just take this away so that you can't even see it at all. So, I need you to roll a survival check.
I haven't even got my dice yet.
Step up, son.
So Zeke's a savage. Just gonna put that out there.
What did Zeke do?
That's what our no. He was listening to everything and learning about the characters.
Go for it. Roll me survival.
Do you need... Oh, you already have our miniatures.
Yeah, I'll get those off the top thing here.
Survival check.
Survival. And hold on. Well, no, you're fine.
Okay.
Tell me your score and then I'll...
It is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Gandrel dies. Do you want winged or non-winged?
Winged.
I would say I got non-winged.
Of course you did. Which weird monster do you guys want to be tonight? Or do you want to be one of the other regular...
I
Red
want
word,
to be
can I
the
see-
lizard
can I-
creature I was last time.
Okay, cool. I can suffice with that.
Can I see the options? There's
Here, you get to be Godzilla.
Aw.
You're a
Oh,
Dragonborn!
Sorry. Dropped it.
You were more like this guy.
Oh, perfect.
That's
It's a little more...
except I have a
Lizardy.
tail.
Yeah, a lot of these aren't necessarily entirely accurate, but it's okay. That's what imagination is for.
I wonder if
That's
this
kind
could
of
fit in my
a bundle
bag.
of...
Yep.
of
I don't want to
things.
be super
Not
scary.
yet. You
like
guys, that'll be after the long rest.
Okay, I didn't know if you needed it.
I don't want to stomp on.
Oh, need it? I mean, yeah, I'll go ahead and take
I
it.
don't want to stomp on buildings.
Thank you!
Mom,
So,
look outside.
you're normal sized, okay?
Yep.
Guys,
Come on, guys. Come on.
so, you're, okay, so which direction were you heading? You said that you were heading towards the train tracks, so that's still kind of
We
what
had
you're
that
looking
split,
for?
right?
Split? You went
Yep.
right from that
When
road.
we went to the right, we are still headed. We are headed like we were.
Okay.
Headed like you were. Alright, go ahead and make a... We don't have... Do we have her character sheet at least? Awesome. Would you mind playing for her for just a
3.
few moments and
Not a
roll
problem.
a perception check for me,
3.
please? Perfect.
Yeah. A 7.
7?
Yeah, 3.
You neither one of you. I mean, you're driving along ahead, and she just kind of goes, "I don't really see anything up ahead, but thanks for letting me sit up front."
Not a problem, Luna. Not a problem. So we're just going to continue on our way. I am going to lean back and ask Phasia if she's feeling any better. Are you feeling any better, Phasia, back there?
Yes, I am feeling a lot better.
Good. I want to make sure how you guys doing back there.
Good.
Dragonborn, you
Just looking out the window, seeing if I can spot anything.
awesome.
Yeah, we're just taking a look out like you told us to.
Perfect. Can't ask for anything more.
Cool.
So we just continue on our way.
All right, can you get, make sure you have my map filled up?
Didn't I give you? Oh yeah, I gave you the cloak.
So
Yes, and
you
got
guys, you cut right, and you start heading forward. You pass a little bit of some forestry, and as the sun's starting to get a little lower, it's getting to be about 5:30, 6:30, and the sun is starting to get to a certain point where it's in the tree line enough that it's very shady. It's a lot darker in here.
Do I see any kind of good little pull-off clearing areas coming up?
Not really. It's a lot of it is. Wait, as you are coming up, you're noticing that there's starting to be little boggy swamps of puddles and stuff all around. It's starting to get a little muddier as you're pushing
We're
through.
getting into swamplands.
Yes, just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm downloading.
Keep an eye on the horses.
Will do. Make sure that the horses
Getting my Oakley all dirty.
I ain't so much worried about them getting dirty as I don't want them to trip or to turn a to learn to lose their footing and end up injuring the horses.
Yep.
Last thing I'd want to do now is having to walk one of them and have one horse try to pull this cart.
So you roll for it. No, I'm just kidding. I love it.
Did anybody ask if you see anything? Can't
Yeah.
remember. Okay.
I don't see any kind of clearing or anything.
Okay.
So the way that you're going, I want you to roll another survival check, please.
Oh wait, this is mine. Ooh, that one's a 7.
Whew. Okay, yeah. So you, after making that right turn, and then after a while you make another left turn because you're kind of trying to do this to make sure that you stay that direction. But again, it's starting to get a little swampier. It's getting a little harder to tell which path leads where necessarily, or if that's actually a path, or if you can get back onto the path from, because you go off a little bit and kind of splash through a little bit of some mud and have a few issues getting through this as it gets a little swampier, a little boggier, and it's starting to get to a point where, you know, as you're riding along, you'll just out of nowhere, ow, son of a bitch, you start to notice that they're
Little mosquitoes.
little tiny mosquitoes, which aren't really anything to worry about. Little mosquitoes, not a big deal. But you keep running through, and after a while, you start to notice that it's starting to dry up a little bit. It's getting to be about 7 or 8 o'clock. I mean, it's getting pretty dark.
We're going to need to set up camp soon, guys.
You are coming up on a spot where you just passed what looked like to be like a small pond's worth of swamp water, and are now into kind of a dryish, plainish area. You're still surrounded by trees. They don't necessarily look the healthiest, but there are some like big fat ones that are all around, and kind of enough room to give you probably a decent place to find a place to bed down for the night. Go ahead and roll me a nature check this time. I think it would have been a nature check one of those times and a survival check this time. Actually, yeah, do nature check.
Nature check 7
total.
Yep.
Yeah, you seem to have found a pretty good spot. Looks pretty nice. A little muddy. I mean, but you can sit in the wagon. You don't necessarily have to bed down in the mud unless you need to. Horses should be okay. They've got a nice little patch of the driest piece of ground, just so that they don't get all nasty, which you kind of put them over there. And you guys, for all intents and purposes, set up shop about 8:30 and start a fire, I assume. You guys go. I mean, everyone's kind of got jobs for camping. I mean, except you haven't really established those yet, so you could maybe.
I'll be setting the fire.
If you can get the.
Can I throw my last fuzzy out?
Yeah,
to see what he is before we.
Yeah.
Good night. 7. Damn it! I know that one already.
Direwolf, poof, this huge direwolf pops out of nowhere, almost taking up too much room in the midst of all these trees that appears. And runs over and immediately starts nuzzling against your leg. It's more like your
fear. When we go after sleeping.
After long rest, or like when we wake up from a long rest, or when we go to sleep?
The charges reset after a long rest. Son of a bitch. Let me check.
I can pull guard duty.
Yeah, the dog can guard us.
We can help pull
good
guard
thought.
duty. Can help pull if it.
I'm actually glad you got that.
And it can't do anything. So, but the other things that are attacking us.
No, we would still want one other person to pull guard duty.
Yes.
Tzegyr.
Just to warn them.
Tzegyr, can you set up the tent?
The creature is friendly to you.
Right behind the wagon.
Use bonus action to command it to move.
Can you set up the fire?
On its
keep it fairly close to the wagon. Keep it fairly close to the wagon, but not too close to the wagon.
So it will. The bag of tricks animal. Oh god, that freaked me out. Even though I knew it was.
Yes, you can be.
The bag of tricks animal will listen to you and follow your command.
Okay, so the bag of tricks will answer me and follow my command.
So in the absence of such orders, it acts in a fashion. Once 3 fuzzy objects have been pulled from the bag can't be used again until the next dawn.
Okay.
I would say until we learn differently, and I'm gonna find out because I really want to know. Because otherwise, it sounds like you could throw one of these out, and you could basically have 3 pets running around until one of them dies, and then throw another one out.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
That doesn't necessarily sound. That sounds a little too overpowered. So we'll say that after a long rest, once you wake up in the morning or whatever, they reset.
Yeah, that's what I thought they did.
Yeah,
so we're on the same page.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's.
Okay,
so it doesn't say anything.
Go
it's just
to
what
good name.
Mr. I'm gonna name my dire wolf Ollie.
Oh God! Why would you do this to me?
So, and you want me to make sure he checks the area and keeps the surrounding.
If you can keep him on a perimeter doing like a sentry watch.
How far out do you want him to go?
Let's do. How big of a clearing as far as like, is it around our camp? I have Tzegyr setting up a a tent
like this
fairly
is
close,
Ollie.
right behind the wagon in the dry spot that he can, and he's setting up a fire. Salazar is setting up the fire right there, not too close to the tent, not too close to the cabin, but far enough out that kind of gives us light, seeing a little bit further than normal perimeter.
Yeah.
So how far out do you want me to get him?
I'm finding how much bigger the clearing is, and once we get clearing, did you hear he's doing fire, he's doing tent.
Yep.
What
do you want me to do
He wants to do first watch.
Okay.
He wants to do second watch. With us having the dire wolf, I think we can take our watches will be a little bit easier as far as doing something we need to do.
Yep, sounds like as long as one of you has a tinderbox, you can light a fire without any worries. I'm sure you can pitch a tent without any worries either. Sorry, that was a bad joke. I don't know why I looked at you, but you were the only one looking at me for me to laugh at.
I do have a tinderbox, by the way.
Which, depending on what equipment you should, one of you should have some. But okay, so you guys set up camp. I'd say you probably have about 50 feet. 50, not square feet, but 50.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, like a radius. Yeah.
Circumference? No, radius.
Radius, yeah.
And you said the weapon of warning I have is a morning star.
It is, yeah, but it's a giant club. Or it's a great club, is what it is.
Okay.
Yes.
So you want him to do the 50 feet and then
keep him at the edge.
radius?
Yeah.
Just walking a...
Ollie,
walking a
can you
perimeter.
do a 50-foot radius check?
Then he runs over.
Good boy. Good boy. Carrot?
He looks at Gandrel. Carrot?
Carrot.
And like his whole tongue just like a lion's tongue just takes the whole thing.
Animal handling. I thought she would do animal handling.
He's my. He only.
No, he's from the.
Oh, wait, you would have to.
Yeah.
No, that's from her fuzzy bag.
Yeah,
so.
that's from.
Well, no,
my
but
cousin.
whenever, but he needed
But
to
he
do
would
an
have
animal
to.
handling check
to
it
deal
on
with
her.
anybody,
It's still
yeah.
friendly towards you, but it's not going to respond towards your commands and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he eats
What
the
is
carrot
your
and then just
HP?
and starts kind of walks out and starts walking a 50-foot or 50-foot
Okay, so
radius
I act like
around.
Are we gonna?
Yeah.
Am I gonna have to roll anything to make a campfire?
Nope. As long as he has a tinderbox, you are good to go.
I have a tinderbox in my burglar's pack.
Alright.
Cool. So you takes you. It's been a while because usually you have other means, but you get a little smoke and it starts to build up, and finally you got a little fire, and then you work on a little bit, and you got a big fire, and it's springtime, but it's still got kind of a chilly night, even for like the swamp, so it's a little weird. But so the fire is nice. It does provide a little bit of light, so anybody walking through would be able to see where you are.
Campfire.
That's what I was making. I just made that.
I mean,
That's what I was like.
unless you guys desperately want to have an encounter while you sleep, then I can totally make that happen.
Oh, the only time you put stuff out is when you have an encounter?
Normally, yes.
Depends.
Normally, yes.
It's
Just
fun
because
to
the
do stuff
setup
like
is so extensive.
Okay, so
So anything you guys want to do before going to sleep?
I'm putting on the Periat of Wound Closure.
Okay. So essentially it requires attunement. So you'll focus on this, either before you go to sleep or when you wake up. It lasts.
Same with my Cloak of Elven Kind.
So you both are attuned to those. Yep. Just keep that in mind.
Also,
Yes.
while I am doing my long rest, I am putting my hood up on my Cloak of Elven Kind. The hood is up.
Okay.
Because having the hood up, taking the hood up or down requires an action.
Right.
But it does a full stealth check on everything in case I need stuff. So I'm going to have
Okay,
it up
I'll
for
allow
right
it.
now.
I'll allow it, at least for now.
Just for now while we're in the camp. I'll take it down while I'm driving the carriage, just because I don't want anything to hinder my vision.
I mean, it wouldn't affect. It would be like, if you pass, they'd be like, "What's driving that carriage?" It wouldn't like hide.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like you're stealthing for the whole. It would be
Yeah.
a communal effort or a stealth check for your horses.
Yeah.
Okay, so you both attune to those items. Do you guys have any items you'd like to attune to?
I had
Yes.
0 items.
You had 0.
Yeah, I actually would.
Yeah, can he use great clubs?
It's okay. It's okay.
Sorry.
What does it mean again?
That just means that it's now you're getting attuned to it means that it is now something that answers to your calling.
You can't use its effect unless you're attuned to it. You have to spend a short rest or a long rest attuning to it, kind of focusing on it, and that's.
No, your bracers is what you want to tune for right now.
Well, check the back and see it. Look at the top, and it'll say requires attunement. Whether
requires
it needs
attunement.
Okay.
Your hat does not.
Yeah.
The hat
requires.
does.
The hat you just put on and it works.
Oh no, it requires attunement.
The hat does?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
No.
It's uncommon.
Because you have to have. Yeah.
It just. I mean, I thought that it was a thing where
there's a spell on it too.
The haversack. You do not.
The haversack, no, the haversack is just a just a normal
just
bag.
So you want to attune to your
just
items.
Well.
So.
Since I won't be using my hat in a long time for big situations,
You don't know
I
that?
think.
No, you can attune to both.
You can attune up to 3 items per at one time.
Oh.
Yes.
How do I download
So you're gonna pick those 2?
Did you send me my spellbook? Did you make a spellbook for Phasia or no?
No, those are cards. You have.
Oh, I have the cards.
Right.
Okay.
So do I roll anything to attune to it?
No, attuning is just you take. What happens is you take the first part of your short rest. You kind of try them on. You learn about them. They enchantedly fit you, and then after that point, don't do that, please. After that point, you'll learn what they do. Otherwise, if you just have them and you don't attune to them, you won't learn what they are until somebody either identifies them or attunes to them.
But I thought my hat's already attuned because
No, not until you haven't had a short rest and asked to attune to it yet. This is the first.
If you had done so while you guys were in the thing, then that would have been. Or did I? Potion of Healing, Dagger of Venom, those are on Astriana's. Phasia doesn't have spell cards with hers.
Yeah, there's only one, isn't there?
Yeah, it's just the Bag of Tricks is the only card that you have.
Okay. I mean, I have the spells right now.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, that's how we did it. Okay, do you want to grab the arcane cards? Should be over there. Oh wait, you're Cleric, right?
Yeah.
I totally pulled out her cards at one point.
The whole Cleric box is
somewhere. Yeah, it's upstairs, but I pulled all of her cards out already.
Oh, was the ones I have for Onestriana not right? Or they actually
No, the ones for Onestriana were right. The Cleric cards
for the Yeah.
This is
yeah,
One second, guys. We will be
mild technical difficulties.
Yeah, we are looking for spells.
So you've got these, which are those are the ones for the other character, your sorcerer's cards. Your other spell cards would be yellow.
Okay, yeah, I don't have any.
This is gonna take a while.
To attune?
I got it, dude. Thank you. I literally
it didn't take time. It didn't take a while to attune. It just
no, not to attune. Like I mean, this is gonna take a while too, so we can.
We're good.
I'll snag. I'll snag
till we
those
get to
cards.
the.
Okay, that's fine.
Where we're going? Yeah.
It'll
be a second.
Okay, so fire's made, tents popped. Everyone's attuning to their stiffs.
The dire wolf is. Ollie is.
Before we
checking.
Before we do the actual go to rest, guys, I think it's a good idea we eat. We definitely should eat and re-up our strength, and then we can.
I want to check on Ollie to make sure he's okay. So Ollie, are you okay?
Salazar,
he comes running over and you remember how Ollie actually ran. Well,
yes.
now this is 3 times Ollie because he's enormous. It just comes and just almost pummels you over, like the lion video, where just he goes and stands up on your arms or on your shoulders, and he is taller than you.
Pet. Alright, off you go.
Any red off?
Kill me.
Alright, so your first layer of security has begun his walkabout. Who's going to take? Oh, sorry.
We've ate.
Yeah.
Tzegyr has decided he's going to take first watch. Salazar is going to take second watch.
Okay.
Do you want third, or do you want me to take third?
I'll take third watch.
Okay.
She'll wake up as actually, because we're playing it, she'd be waking up at the end of her long rest. Ollie would disappear at that point.
Oh yeah.
So let her sleep through the night, and then you take.
Yes.
Or she takes one of the first ones, but she should take the last one for the sake of that.
Yeah. That sounds absolutely right.
So,
So after that, we have 8 rations. We have got regained all of the stuff that we need to regain.
Okay, so yes, you guys go through long rests. Make sure you mark those on your apps so that your HPs and stuff are normal. Hey, are you guys paying attention to like anything that I'm saying?
We're doing a long rest, so your health is back to full.
Your health is back to full.
So the max HP.
Did you not get hit in the last battle at all?
No.
Neither one of you got hit in the last battle at all?
No.
No. I did.
Right, well,
I did.
Like that's gonna have to change.
I went ahead and did a long rest on your app.
Okay.
So you guys, when you wake up in the morning, feeling like P Diddy.
When you wake up in the morning feeling like
Actually, when you wake up for the end of your, or for the start of your, watch. Thank you. Who was taking second watch? Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Perception.
What is Luna Marine's stealth
15.
modifier?
Stealth modifier?
15.
In the middle of the night, Salazar, while you're kind of just like pacing around the tent and keeping your eyes open and kind of playing around with Ollie a little bit, making sure he's doing his job, you feel like you notice a sound coming from the tent or the wagon, and you go rushing over to see what it was. But when you get there, it doesn't seem like there's anything out of ordinary. Everything seems fine.
Did we skip? Like, did we like pass through my?
Do I?
No, nothing happened on your rest.
Oh yeah.
On your watch. Your
I
watch
meant to, I should have had you roll perception regardless, but
Uh-huh.
no, your watch went off without a doubt. You just sat there and like had eyes open and just were just all over the place. You were just focused.
You did a great job guarding.
I would like to look in the woods and see if it was like in the woods behind the tent or something.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Another one.
Another one.
Uh-oh. 4.
Okay, you walk in kind of further into the woods a little bit and kind of go past where Ollie is pacing his circle and venture out just a little bit. Can't really see or notice anything at all. You walk back and look around. Can't notice anything at all. Alright, so second watch ends and third watch begins. Make a perception check for me, Gandrel. I like almost dropped my
perception?
Mm-hmm.
It's a 12.
Okay. Something feels like out of place, but nothing looks out of place. So, you're a little paranoid because you keep hearing in the woods every few minutes, and then you're like, shit, it's that fucking wolf. Damn, again, it keeps getting me. And then you like run over and you kind of like pet Ollie a little bit. You're like, stop freaking me out, be quieter. And like just rubs his fucking head against yours, like, you know.
Yeah, because I'm a cat.
Yeah, no.
You're a
Yeah, no. Yeah, he's a cat person.
Oh yeah.
Where you been, dragon boy? As you kind of walk back to camp and sit down at the fire, you notice that there's something underneath one of the logs that was set out for the fire. Seems to be like a piece of paper.
So I'm going to go and check see what the piece of paper is.
Okay.
I'm going to go pick up the piece of paper. So am I coming near the end of my watch?
Your watch is just about over. You're noticing these sounds are starting to sound less like crickets and more like morning birds.
Morning birds.
Morning birds.
Birds are here in the morning.
Oh, I was saying like morning birds.
Thank you.
I am going to wake up Tzegyr, Salazar, and Phasia, and tell them that I need to talk to them.
Better be important.
Guys, Yeah, I need to talk to you. So at the end of my watch last night, I found a piece of paper underneath one of the logs that was set for the fire. But Luna's left. Luna's not here.
Really?
Luna left me a note. It said, "I'm going to look for my fairy friend by myself. I'm sorry, guys." And you know how she always wrote, like, from everybody's point of view, like, kind of, like she was a little bit different? Yeah. She put, "No, don't go, Luna," they said. And I said, "I am sorry, but I have to go look for my fairy friend." And we told her we would help her. And she said, we said, "Why do you have to go? We want you with us." And Phasia said, looking sad, and you know, she said, "I'm just going to go find my fairy friend, and hopefully she'll be able to join us back up again further down the road and come find us." But I guess she just felt that this was something she had to do, so she had to leave.
Okay.
Maybe she'll come back with her fairy friend for help.
We can only hope.
We hope so. Hopefully we see her again, and hopefully the wild isn't too rough to her while she's out there looking
And then
for
she died.
At least she has her trusty trident with her.
Yep. At least she knows what she's doing. She's going to look for her fairy, and that's her mission. She's got to do her thing, and we've got to do ours.
We've got our friends.
So I think we should prep for packing up.
We should
I'll start
maybe
picking up.
eat some breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, eat some
We want to eat breakfast.
Also, will you hit that button? Will you do the routine for me real quick?
Yes.
Please and thank you.
Did it go off?
That's fine. You're
Ze-
good.
Ze-
You don't need to hold it that long. There you go. And then, awesome.
Tzegyr, can you...
Is it not saying anything?
Wait 1 second.
No.
What's it doing?
It doesn't say anything.
Okay, try it again.
Okay. Connecting.
All right.
Try not to
Go
mute
ahead
to
and
make
sit down, bud.
PC camera.
That's my man. Thanks, bud.
Alrighty. Tzegyr, while I'll go ahead and get breakfast all ready and whatnot. Can you get the tent taken back down since you put it up? Can you make sure that you scatter all of the campfire so it doesn't look like there was a campfire there? I don't want anybody to be able to tell we've had a campfire here.
Okay.
Phasia, would you like to brush the horses and make sure the horses are ready
Yeah,
to go?
first I want to pull out
Be very careful.
another one of my little fuzzy friends.
Oh, absolutely.
You feel the little jittery, chattery. What are those things? Careful, guys. The little like gremlin-y thing in your as you pull it out.
3.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh. Like Zoink Scoob.
What is the board from Lion King? What's
Pumbaa.
Please tell me this one's a meerkat.
You throw it down on the ground, and it kind of and like you see this gray and white, not tiny, but small bundle of fur. Just it's like the ball that you threw hit the ground and just got bigger and didn't change. And you're like, wait a second, until it completely unrolls and turns back and looking at you. It's a badger, and it's just and goes running up and jumps onto your shoulder and is just nuzzling against your ear.
Badger, eh?
The one that
Call
jumps
it.
on trees
Call
with the teeth?
What's your fucking name?
Oh,
Call it Kari.
That's
Kari's
the
badger.
My badger's name was
I spelled
Barry.
Kari.
Khari.
My badger's name was Barry. It was Barry the Badger, just like his cousin Perry the
Kari the
Platypus.
platypus. Good point.
Alright, so I'm over by the horses. I am brushing them, and also I want to give them... Do you have a carrot I can give Mabel?
I do actually have a carrot that you can give Mabel. And I give her one of my carrots out of my bag.
Oh.
Maybe.
And then
Excuse me.
and then I have my carrot as well for...
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll 2 animal handling. Roll the first one for whoever you want to do first.
Okay, so this one is for Mabel.
One of the horses.
Who's Mabel?
Mabel is
Mabel.
one of the
17
horses.
She's the girl horse.
plus 3s.
Ooh,
Dirty
nice little
20.
20. So
Yep.
you reach up and she kind of like as you approach, she kind of guys careful with the shaking of the table, please. As you walk up, you kind of notice that she like knows that you're a little bit friendlier towards Oakley. She kind of has like an eye towards you, but you just like go, okay. Her eyes, well, her one eye gets really big because that's how horses are. It just immediately just goes down and takes it straight from your hand without, no biting. There's actually just a little, tiny little boop It's almost like a kiss.
Yep.
Like a little love bite as she pulls it out of your hand and she's just like right in your face and just trying to like, I don't know, like do all animals like nuzzle when they do that? Like when they're having, alright, cool. That's what Maple does too.
Most all nuzzle.
So now this one's for Oakley.
Okay.
15 plus 3, 18.
Right? He, on the other hand, knows that you've been nicer to him, and so he kind of gives you a look of like, what the hell is this? What's going on here? Oh, you got a carrot? Okay. And then immediately just goes and eats it and does the same thing. So
I'm
you're like
brushing
standing,
both of them.
yeah, you're standing on either side, and then like, it's like they're nuzzling against you, and so you're like on the, like you're like brushing it. So yeah, you guys see this magnificent display of horsemanship. Something like that. Anything you want to do before you? What do you guys want to do before you leave?
So form the campfire fort so nobody sees it. I want to carefully try to pick up the sticks and then put it in the water so the fire burns out and it's just going along.
So you want to take like the stuff that you guys have burned, like the ashes and stuff, and just find like a muddy swamp puddle to kind of let it out in? Cool. Make a nature check for me. Well, hold on. Do you think it'd be nature or survival? I think that's more survival.
That'd be survival.
Roll me a survival check.
What's
It's a wisdom.
Wisdom? Dice. Is it bad if you have to take my fingers and it hurts when I touch them?
What's wrong with your
Alright,
fingers?
Lily.
No, my feet, I mean. My feet. My foot.
Oh my gosh. You just need to adjust how you're sitting, but it's probably just because you're sitting on your
14.
14 is your total. Okay. You have a couple of issues because you don't have. Actually, do you have a shovel?
Do I have?
Do you have? Does anything here say you have a shovel? I'll check your file or your digital file and see if you have one.
No.
All right. Let me check here.
I
Not
don't,
Tzegyr, it's Salazar. Salazar.
I don't have basically anything except my stuff.
You've got stuff here. There's just stuff I need to write down for you. It's not. It'd be like if you needed to do something, I'd say, oh yeah, you definitely have one of those. I just don't have it written out for you. So you have an explorer's pack.
We have camp broke down though, right?
Huh?
Camp is now broke down.
Everything except for getting this fire put out. Or getting this fire put away, because we had to make sure that it was... Thanks, bud!
Make sure it's fully out.
He actually had a tinderbox. So whenever he comes up, he walked up to you to help you start the fire last night, Salazar, and you go, don't worry, I got my own. And made fire. I'll say that you took your big old snake hands and just reached down and grabbed the whole mound of dirt and then just ran over as fast as you could to find a little puddle to drop it in there before you lost all the mud out of your hands. But you did succeed in at least dispersing your fire to a bunch of different locations. So
The horses are clean.
Horses are clean, ready to go. Everybody's fed.
Would you guys like to ride in the back and keep watch out the back end?
I want to go up front.
Are you up front?
Since you heard something...
I'm pretty sure what I heard last night was Luna. That was probably Luna.
Even though he didn't tell you that he heard something last night.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I will start throwing whisper loud if I have to. Which I like to do, so it's okay.
So, yeah.
So you want
I thought I...
Drugged. Yeah.
I would like
if you guys would like to be up front and me and Phasia ride in the back.
Do you guys want to drive the...
I would drive.
Aww.
It's not up to me. I'm asking...
You
guys are having this discussion amongst yourself.
So let's roll.
Yeah. No. We roll for stuff in game.
I mean, you can roll for it if you want, but I mean...
D20.
It's all on your...
Okay.
It's all on your own.
Whoever gets the
highest.
you
One
go
time.
first. Do it.
No, at the same time.
At
One
the same
roll.
time. Wait, but we can bump each
At the same time.
Just do it.
Go. 10, 2.
Alright, so Tzegyr, you guys basically Rochambeau and rock, paper, scissors, which is essentially how it looks, but in D&D it's more like you're just making different hand movements and they're like, what in the heck is going on? But eventually you go, ah, and Tzegyr goes, yes! As you both get into your appropriate spots, you in the driving position and you in the passenger. as you get ready. Now, you guys are going to be hanging out in the back there like we established last time. Officially, hold on. There are 2 side windows and a back window. So that's a thing. Also, there is a front window that kind of, you can pull back the curtains and talk to the people up front if you'd like to
I wish my badger was a beaver. That's what I would have said would have been so funny.
Roll an animal handling check for me, Tzegyr. What would you like to do?
I would like to tell him that I heard something by the camp last night.
Okay, you look back there and tell him.
Hey guys,
Okay, now I gotta
I thought I heard something last night.
It may have been Ollie.
I've got 16.
It was right
16
next
in
to the
all.
campsite.
I got 15.
Ollie was
plus
walking
one
a full
animal
circle at campsite last
handling,
night.
so I got 16.
It could have been him, or it might have been Luna the first time trying to leave. Maybe
Right.
she didn't leave it right away.
All right, so you give a good old yeah, and almost immediately Maple and Oakley both, and you guys kind of head out. Roll a survival check for me.
Don't
roll
get a back.
Yeah, roll on the thing.
12 plus
Survival is wisdom.
wisdom. And 1. So 13.
13.
In
All right,
my
so you
13
get back
for
out
wisdom.
to. You seem. You're pretty sure you found the road. It looks like a road. It looks like there's a path that cuts through like these puddles and stuff, and it kind of goes a certain way. And once you kind of get on it, you're like, oh yeah, I'm going the right way. So you start heading that direction. We'll say it's bright and early. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. The sun is starting to get kind of at that nice angle where it's right behind you as you're, or it's right in your eyes as you're like riding east. But it's okay because you've got dark vision. That's not how that works. So you just whoosh, whoosh, and you're just moving down the road. Roll a straight intelligence check for me. So that'll be that plus whatever is above your intelligence.
1.
So 5. You cut through a little bit. There, you realize that the path cut to the left, right when you went straight between some trees. And you can hear the of Maple and Oakley as they're pushing through. And you're just like, oh, crap. And you can kind of hear some, like, slightly sounds from behind you of the cart from people, your party members going, what the heck is going on? Because you're kind of, oh, that was a log. Okay, all right, we're all right. There's a road around here somewhere. So you kind of get a little lost.
Up there.
Whoa,
I'm trying! Jesus!
Ooh.
I don't have that good intelligence!
That's my fault.
Don't think.
Can I holler whoa to the horses to try to help calm them?
Roll an animal handling check. I need you to roll perception.
Maybe I should do it. April or
That's true.
Maple likes me, and what's his face likes me. Oakley likes me.
That's true.
13.
So I'm gonna.
Yeah, go ahead and see if you can calm them and help them out up there.
6 plus 3. Right?
9.
So 9.
So you just try to kind of.
Whoa! Calm down. Breathe.
Easy, girl. Do your yoga breathing.
Actually, you're just like, oh shit. Maybe it's just a little too loud on the other side of the wagon. It's surprisingly soundproof inside the car. I guess. You actually kind of, it kind of does feel like they might have changed their demeanor a little bit in the way that everything is going, but it's still a rough terrain. You noticed that you guys just flew past while you were riding through this not path area. You just flew right past what looked like a person holding a bow and an arrow, and they just watched your whole cart go by.
Hey guys! I saw someone with a bow and arrow.
Slow the horse.
I'll yell, whoa!
Okay, roll animal handling check.
Animal handling. A 6 plus 1.
7. The horses, Oakley on your right side goes to slow down just a little bit, but Maple doesn't really react, and you can feel it kind of like the whole cart is now kind of wibbly-wobbly as one of them is going fast and one's going slow, and everything's kind of getting out of place. Roll another animal handling check.
Whoa!
Roll another animal handling check.
A 9.
10.
10? You managed to get Maple to start slowing down a little bit, and it's partly because she noticed that her teammate, her partner Oakley, is starting to slow down too. So she's like, "What the heck is going on? What's going on? Kind of stop, stop." And so you guys finally start to get to a point where it may be the horses slowing down, or it may be the swampy mud slowing you down, but you're definitely coming to something of a stop. Roll another perception check for me, please.
Oh, that's him.
Yes, please.
12.
14.
Okay, you look back. You look back, and you kind of are like looking through the trees for the person that you just saw, and you feel like you can see just a little bit of movement off in the distance, like some very long white hair that just moved between two very dark trees, so it was really obvious. And then you hear something over here and look.
Oh no.
And there's another person holding a bow off that direction. And this is if you're looking... Okay, so it would have been the other way. It would have been looking this way because you're looking off the passenger side behind you, and now looking ahead of you that way. It looks like there's someone else further up.
So I'm thinking of like throw my other hope
You-
for the dire wolf.
You don't know.
What do you think?
Roll a nature check.
East, west, or west.
While he's
east
rolling
does
a
not
nature
exist.
check, I'm gonna throw another one of my
Okay.
dudes out.
North or
Oh,
south?
2.
2.
A 2.
2.
You both got 2s? Is that total? Plus your
I
nature?
have 0 nature.
That's a 2. You are having a really hard time seeing the sun, even though it's very early morning. You guys got way off track. You're not sure which direction the side's supposed to be in the sky. You're kind of freaking out just a little bit because you know that up ahead there's someone who could shoot you, and back there that you just passed there's someone who could shoot you, but you don't know which way you're going or which way is up even. You
Into your bag of tricks.
that keeps cracking me up.
What is that?
It's the swamp.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the bubbles pop. Okay, I keep thinking it's someone sending a message in, in Twitch.
Are you watching the?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I keep like trying to check the chat.
Where do you throw it?
Outside.
Outside?
Because it's big.
Okay, you throw it out, and it goes,
It's a bit of fucking berry.
and kind of gets like stuck in the mud for a second, and you see it go, and kind of just like disappear into a layer of mud. And
Wait,
then pop out. Sorry if I just spit.
No, you didn't. Not at all.
And a giant rat comes burrowing out of the earth, and is just there.
How big?
I need to figure that out. Because I think giant rat, and I'm like, I've been to New York. They got to be bigger than in New York. But I could be seriously
That's
wrong.
my badger.
Giant rat is a small beast. So this is like a dog-sized rat.
What? Can you pass me the pencil?
Oh, do you need a pencil? Here, I got an extra one.
All right, so it's
There you
a
go.
medium.
It's a small beast, but it's a giant rat is what those are the classifications. I mean, it's big enough that it has a 30-foot moving speed, that kind of thing. So I mean, it can move.
It fit on the cart with us, obviously.
It would be able. It's like smaller than the badger, or I mean, it's bigger than the badger, but they could both fit. What's up?
Jamie's.
I'll go ahead and get Jamie's, and I'll be up to give your nighttime medicine here in a minute. Okay.
Why did my alarm not go off?
But it's probably bigger than the badger. Like the badger is like cat-sized, and the giant rat is like dog-sized.
I'm gonna throw out another one.
Okay, go ahead and throw out another one.
Do you have any regards against that?
No. Absolutely not.
6.
Okay. Filling these in.
Yes, I like it.
I'm such a dick. I'm so sorry. So you throw this one out, and it lands literally in the exact same spot as the giant rat did at first, and you're like, for the love of God. You like wait for a second, and it doesn't do much except like you see the same little lump of gray, and then you see as a giant badger arises from it. So you have a badger, a giant rat, and a giant badger that are the badger I assume is probably on the wagon with you while both giants are outside, standing basically side by side each other, posted up.
So, like, on a scale of, like, to me, would they go to my knees? I'm 5 foot.
They would, the giant badger would almost be as tall as, I think it's like 3.5 feet, like, tall, standing on its, like, hind legs, maybe 4 feet. I'd say that the giant rat is probably, like, a little bit shorter, standing on its hind legs or whatever, but it's, like, even to you, it's, like, it's still small dog, big cat size.
Okay. Badgers don't give a fuck.
Badgers don't give a fuck. Badger's still, like, dog size to you.
Nice. Nice.
That'd be scary coming at you.
Because you're kind of decently small, but yes.
And we have it is now stopped, right?
Okay, yes, your cart has come to a complete stop. As you just noticed, Salazar, there is someone who looks like they might be 45 feet ahead, and someone who you just flew past who might be about 65 feet back there, but they both have their eyes trained on you. And look, one of them, the one behind you, looks to be messing with his face in some sort of way that you roll an Arcana check. That'll be under
Charisma?
no, intelligence. So it'll be a +0. But go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
I want to jump out of the back.
13.
Yeah.
You can tell that from the way that the person that you just passed is making moves around their head. They are casting some kind of message and talking to someone.
Our camera's frozen.
Is it? Okay, thank you.
But I want to get out of the back of the cart.
Will you reset the camera, Austin, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Front button first. Okay, so you guys get out of the cart.
Yep, I follow.
Okay.
I leave my little badger in there. I told him to stay.
Okay.
Stay, Kari.
And can I notice anything else around the cart? I know there's one behind us that we've passed. I know there's one up ahead of us that's looking at us.
So you're looking from behind the cart that direction?
I am looking
It's his PC cannon.
off to the side to see if I can notice anything else other than these two individuals, any other threats.
You gotta hold on, bud. I'm not gonna be able to process everything at once. So you're looking. Let's say that the front of your cart is facing north, back is facing south, west, and east. Which directions are you looking?
Back of the cart. Okay, one more time.
Okay, no. Okay, you jumped out of the back of the cart.
Yeah.
So we'll do it reverse. Back of the cart is facing north.
Okay.
Behind you is south.
Okay.
West, east.
Yeah.
What
I want to look west.
So you're 9 o'clock.
My 9
I
o'clock.
should have gone that direction.
Yeah.
That way. So you want to look at your 9 o'clock.
My 9
Where's
o'clock,
that?
yes.
Roll a perception check for me, please.
Also, right above Phasia is you.
What?
Me and her are both at Gandrel, and you are right here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. I'm just like right over on the side. I got you.
I don't know.
I just need to adjust.
Okay, I'm rolling a what check?
This. Bless you. Oh, I thought that was an inhale to sneeze.
Okay.
I'm rolling a perception, you said?
Yes.
So, 18 plus 4 to 22.
Okay. You look out that way. You see. So as you kind of case your whole 180, you see the person up ahead that he saw. You see the person back there that he saw, and you also see another person 75 feet out that direction. All three of them looking close to the same armor. All of them holding longbows, cocked, ready to go, and all of them are trained on you right now. They are all not trained on you, but all of them are looking at you. They all know you're there.
How many?
I've got the one in the back, one to the north, and I've got one about 70 feet out directly to the side of us. Directly my 9 o'clock.
He's saying this to you guys, so you might want to be paying attention to what he's saying.
Hey, I saw him too.
Okay.
Do you want?
Can you check the other side?
Giant. Okay.
Hey, be nice, dude. That wasn't nice. You didn't have to say that to me.
I need to check the other side, so I'm guessing 3 caught. Right?
Yes.
Checking the other side. So yeah, you're checking the 3. Okay, cool.
19. Plus what?
3.
3. I forgot I had that in there.
22.
So 22. Sorry.
Okay, so 22. You see also about 75 feet out there appears to be another person who is set up with a bow, and is got their eyes trained on you. Same dark armor with like a little bit of green, kind of like it's camo, but it's not. In that it's trying to stay hidden within the stuff, but it's just colored like the swamp around it. It's not like camo looking.
I want to scream out to them.
Okay.
I want to scream out to them and yell, "Hello, we mean you no harm. We're just traveling salesmen."
Saying this in common?
In common.
Okay.
Using my cool boy charlatan abilities to
You better roll it.
charismatic.
Damn good deception check.
22.
Oh. Is that persuasion?
That's a deception.
Oh, wait a minute. Deception.
Deception.
I looked at yours. Yours and yours. Oh, sorry. It said plus 4. 18 plus 6. So 24. Sorry.
Way better.
Oh, you clean them?
Yeah, I'm a little deceptive. Tabaxi. I hear a whole bunch of dice. Every last one of them shoots at me. They're like, snake oil.
Is it 24?
24.
That's cool.
The one facing you.
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
Okay.
No. You said you were looking around the other side. You were looking.
I'm now looking at 9 o'clock, I guess you would say.
Yeah, so you're now looking at you are now looking at 9 o'clock where she's looking at 3, right? So the guy at 9 o'clock takes a couple steps forward. The other 3 you don't hear or notice any movement. He takes a couple steps forward and goes, "What are your wares?"
What are my wares? What am I selling? Just cloth. Fine cloth.
Seem pretty armed for someone just selling cloth.
Well, when you have fine cloth, some people like to try to take that fine cloth from you, and well, you know, people that buy from me, they really like their cloth, so I don't want to make them mad.
You still in the thing?
No, I'm outside.
You're outside the car?
Yeah, I'm looking at the 3 o'clock.
And you both are driving? Or you guys are up front?
Yeah.
Actually,
I thought I was out.
Huh?
Last time I said
you guys
were both on the bench.
Driving is outside the car. The car sits
Yeah,
like
you're
this,
on
and
the
you're
bench.
outside of it the whole time.
I want to like come outside like.
So you're stepping off the cart.
Yeah, me too.
No, stay up the cart. Stay on the cart.
Too
Stay on
late.
the cart. Gosh.
Who else is in the cart?
That's it. It's just us 4.
Roll for initiative. He goes, "That seems like a lot of work, people getting off a cart to be selling wares." And everyone notches their bows and gets ready. Everyone roll initiative, please.
Initiative?
I'm gonna like
Where
this.
is it? Where is it?
Let me do it. Find it. A 9.
Also, if you wouldn't mind starting making a little bit of room for this while I go.
Could we go ahead and do a quick break? It's
Yep.
9 o'clock. We'll do Night Song for the boys. And
While doing that, I'll go ahead and
I'll
get
do
everyone's
that.
initiative so that I can get our graphics set up as well.
What are you doing?
What's your number?
Initiative.
It was 15.
Okay, 15.
Plus,
Nine.
Why
plus
were
your
you
number.
rolling it around? Why were you rolling it around?
What did I tell you earlier about initiative, dude? And about Okay, so real quick.
What did we?
Hey, did you roll your initiative, dude?
What were we supposed to roll?
Austin.
Initiative. It'd be this one up here. He rolled a 9 plus his number. He's an 11.
12
Total?
11 total.
Where's the?
Initiative is.
Under
Oh,
what?
jeez.
Hey,
I'm a 3
buddy,
total.
right here.
Oh yeah.
I'm a 19.
18.
Hold on. Hold on to your numbers, everyone. Don't mess with it, Zeke, please. I put your brother already. Hey, you gotta let me know when you're running off, dude. I didn't know what was going on. Can you reset the camera for me, please?
Yeah.
Well,
Alright, insert.
battle is getting ready to happen, Demon. We just rolled initiative.
PC camera.
Thank you.
Okay, can I go get a quick drink?
Give me 1 second before we go to break because I need to get your initiative.
Oh.
wait, didn't see
Yeah.
me. Right.
So
Can I
hold
tell
on.
you-
No,
Okay.
not yet. Alright, so 25 to 20. Anyone?
I am
25 to 20.
no.
All right, 15 to 20.
I am 19.
18.
18.
I'm confused. What's going on?
Your initiative.
Salazar.
Wait. Oh.
You're
All right, so 10 to 15.
11.
Okay. And 5 to 10. No. And so 1 to 5. You get 5.
No, I got 3.
3. It's okay. It'll be all right.
Just means you go
That's 3 enough, I think. All right. So I will throw these in. I'm going to. We're going to jump off to a break real quick so that everyone can grab a drink, get some things done, and I'm going to get this set up as well as our graphics. And we will be right back after these. We don't really have messages, but I'm just going to call them messages. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. See you soon.
I lift my head up, ask the Lord how long will this last, cause a motherfucker getting fed up, looking at you through broke stained glass. So I ask about your past, cause I love being mad. I'm crass, but it didn't mean to hurt your feelings that bad. I pray for guidance, I pray for silence, I pray for 15 more minutes. What the fuck you counting your marriage? I need companionship, abandonship, I'm breaking you off. I blame your mother and your friends, cause that's who making you soft. Baby girl, don't play with the bars. Baby girl, just take off them drawers. Baby girl, I need a couple minutes, I don't care about the cost. I grip my rosary and pray for those who seek the peace of mind and the time to get over me. I'm so full of myself, don't need your help, I can act like a fool by myself. I am the help, you're the top shelf, making me melt. I got the bells and the whistles, everything is for sale. I feel like hell, can't you tell? Like my conscience in jail. I'm on my knees praying please, ain't got no mercy myself. I lift my head up, I ask the Lord how long will this last, cause a motherfucker getting fed up, looking at you through broke stained glass. Took a long walk, but I'm okay. Little bit of rock in my OJ. Had a long talk, but we okay, no way. Jose, ice, it's a cold play. My life in a cold place, baby, you warming me up. I act tough, cause we in love, nobody giving a fuck. I am alive, I am Lazarus, back from the dead, from the touch of the baddest bitch that's stuck in my head. I'm laying down in a bed, lay my life on the line. It's bus time, so I bust vibes on the bus ride. I feel it, oh, I feel it, oh, I feel it, oh, I feel the spirit washing over me. Now tell me how it's supposed to be. I feel it, oh, I feel it, oh, I lift my head up, ask the Lord how long will this last, cause a motherfucker getting fed up, looking at you through.
It means that men will just lose heart. Their spirits will just flag and say, what's the use? As they see these things coming up on the world, they'll lose heart. Just don't want to keep on. It said, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And this is speaking of the second coming, when he'll set his feet bodily upon the Mount of Olivet in Jerusalem, and it'll cleave to the east and the west. And he'll come back personally with his saints with him. I plan to be in that number. I plan to be in that number. I plan to be in that number.
All right, and we're back. Thank you guys for joining us. Back for the combat. All right, so
Combat time, boys and girls.
yeah, it's about to be over. So fortunately for you, Mr. Guy, you have top of the order, but this is, I mean, you have dude coming, pointing straight at you. Between you and
all of this that we see here is just swamp. There's no anything of cover so much.
It's not open, so you don't have to do that.
Just like right here. You got off to the side, and we're looking at this one, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he needs to be a little bit further back. Okay, so they're 60 feet away from you, 65 feet technically. Okay, so that one is coming at you and has a bow aimed at you as we speak. You are at the top of the order. Gandrel, what would you like to do?
Let's see here. I am going to. I've got 30 feet of movement, and I can't cross to this one as 5 feet, can I? Because there's something blocking the LOS. I have to actually come down over.
No, that's fine. I mean, yeah, you can scoot the cart a little bit forward if it makes your head feel a little bit over. No, you have that diagonal point, yes.
I am going to use my feline agility.
Okay.
Double speed. Obviously, I can't move next turn after that.
Right.
I am going to get right here.
Okay.
Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. I'm going to try to slip around right behind him with my cool boy agility.
Okay, go ahead and roll for sneak.
That's a pretty cool cat guy.
Actually, no. I want to stay on his side.
Okay. No sneak? No sneaky?
Sorry, guys. 1 second. No, I am absolutely going to sneak. I'm going to go behind. Say roll for
Sneak.
sneak.
Oh. Froze.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. It's alright.
Mine was moving.
That's a stealth, right?
Yes, sir.
17.
Okay, you feel stealthed.
And I am going to
Go ahead and
use.
reset.
I'm going to use my rapier, and I am going to sneak attack.
Okay. He did notice you get behind him, but so you won't get the sneak attack because he perceived you. He rolled a 17
even
plus
with my
2.
cloak of Elderkind.
What does that do?
For him to it's yeah. Let me grab it up. He gets a disadvantage on checks.
While you wear this cloak, perception checks made to see you have disadvantage. You have advantage
PC
on.
camera.
So you should roll advantage on that stealth if you didn't already.
Oh. Yeah, my number's the same.
Okay.
17.
17? Okay. We'll roll it to finish.
PC camera.
Okay, thanks. Alright, you are hidden. Go ahead and get your attack on.
Time to get my attack on. Where's the
Get on it.
Alright. Using my rapier with sneak attack. It's an 18 plus 7.
That will hit.
It's 25, so it's 1d8 plus 5. And a 1d6. That is 7 points
7
of damage.
points of damage to the scout.
Plus 5.
So 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage total.
right? You run around, and kind of as soon as your foot hits that 30 feet mark, you just feel you quickly just zip past and run past him, kind of do your patented kind of slide underneath his arm, and he kind of just doesn't even notice that it's happening. As you reach up with your rapier and kind of hit him right in the spine. Again, another one of your patented moves. As he kind of goes, fuck! And he can't like turn around because you kind of got him like stuck. But you do hit him pretty hard, and he is like kind of twitching a little bit. He's still standing, but he's just like trying to get off of the rapier. Anything else you'd like to do?
And that ends my turn.
All right. So that scout is going to immediately turn around and strike you with his short sword. Also, I just read that the scout has advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing or sight.
Oh.
Keep that in mind. Even though you shouldn't know that, keep that in mind going forward. That with these guys, it would just be a straight roll. It wouldn't be advantage or disadvantage if they're trying to see you.
Okay.
That is a 17 to hit.
It's right on the money.
Right on the money. He gets to make 2 attack. Scouts get multi-attack, so he gets to make a second attack. Let me roll this d6 real quick. Alright, so that's 4 points of damage right off the bat. He spins around and kind of like gets the rapier off of his back and immediately swipes down and kind of catches your arm right below your shoulder. So he catches this arm. So catches you right in the arm, in the left arm. And it kind of bleeds, it hurts a little bit, and you just need like is your first reaction as he goes and to make another swipe with his sword. Oh shit! Look out. It was literally one better than what was on the thing.
At least it's better.
That is a 12 to hit.
That's a no-go.
Okay, so he swings the first time, catches you in the shoulder, and as he goes to swipe across again right at chest length, you just kind of dodge out of its way with your feline-like agility, while also staying in the same spot so you weren't moving at all. And that will end his turn. Next up is Salazar.
Do you want to hit the fixed camera fast?
Did it die out again?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Can we just switch over to the
Yeah, we'll just switch the thing.
over the shoulder and do full screen? That's fine.
Right, so...
Drag the little table over.
I will.
That freaked me out. Spineless spiders was the worst thing. Was the worst part of that whole tube. Both those tubes. All right. So what's up, Sal?
No.
You are on that side, right? You just looked up and kind of watched as all of this happened. This whooshing, zooming by as Gandrel goes sprinting past and kind of slides past the archer and stabs him right in the back. The archer swings around and catches him once, swings again but misses, and you just watched all of that happen. So it is your turn.
And how much movement do I have?
You should have 30 feet of movement.
30?
It's right
30
here.
feet. So that's
It's right here.
on your thing.
I said my max.
Yes, max speed is 30, right?
40.
40? Oh, because you're a monk. I need to adjust my stuff. So yes, you can move 40 feet, which is 8 squares.
5, 10, and get right in front of Phasia. And so then there will be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll use my hand axe and just throw it.
Buddy, remember if you step right in front of Phasia, also you're blocking her for when it's her turn.
I can also always move.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what he wants to do, that's fine.
You don't necessarily have to step in front of her. You could step right here and still hit him. This is just water. These are just blobs of swampy water.
Was there a
You can
reason you wanted
see
to
right
step in
past
front of
them.
me?
Or you wanted to step in front of her to
I
block?
thought those are trees.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, even with trees, the brush of the tree is going to be higher up than what you can see. So you'd still be able to shoot under it. You just have to look for the...
Throw my axe
Okay.
in as hard as I can and try to catch him in
What's
it.
your
Catch him in the neck.
What's your range on that, buddy?
My range?
Yep, what's the... Yep.
20 through 60.
Yep, so he's...
And I'm good.
Alright, go ahead and roll it. Roll your attack. Not with advantage. Actually, yes, it would be with advantage because he is engaged with another party member. He can't see you, so roll it twice and take the higher number. Good call, bud.
6.
Okay.
Four.
A little kickflip there. So add 6 to your attack modifier and let me know what it is.
So my hand has +5.
So it's the 6 plus 5.
11.
So 11. 11 unfortunately does not hit. So you jump up right to where you need to be in. And you watch as the ranger or the scout kind of like moves out of the way as he's slashing, and you watch as it is about to hit Gandrel in the face. Gandrel, what's your Oh wait, yours is 17, right?
Oh no!
Your armor class is 17.
17, yeah.
Okay, so you watch as the back of the guy goes, and you just see Gandrel's face as he goes, and moves as your hand axe is behind like, both of their shoulders and lands behind them.
Sorry, Gandrel.
No problem.
All right, so it is the third scout's turn. Oh, is that the end of your turn, bud? I think that's probably the end of your turn. All right, so it's the third scout's turn, which, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that one's turn.
This one?
Yes. She is going to stay. No, she's going to stay right there, and she's going to, with her bow already pulled back, shoot at Tzegyr with disadvantage because she's too close for her longbow to hit.
Oh, I pointed her towards Tzegyr.
Yeah, don't do that.
I pointed her like.
Oh my god, dude, you're so lucky this was at disadvantage because I just rolled a nat 20 to hit you.
Oh, wait,
just letting you know.
So
I'm just letting you know you did not get critted just now. Does an 18 hit though?
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, so
It hit. It doesn't really matter if it's a low damage. I can just short heal. Like,
oh yeah, you do have your once per day heal, don't you?
Hey, yes, you do. You're fine.
Okay, thanks. Sorry, but no.
Okay.
So that, unless I tell you that it's alright. So that is 6 damage as she has her bow up and is aimed at you and sees you start to kind of make a move towards her, Tzegyr, and she just releases the arrow and it kind of wobbles in the air like it might not hit you, but then you just catch it right in the shoulder as you have an arrow and just break it off.
So did it like what? How much damage did it give me?
6 points of damage.
Okay, so.
Do you have a pencil?
You can use mine.
Okay,
Okay, so my armor class is 15. Do I take it down 6?
No. You're
You take away.
Okay.
so you take 6 away from that. That's your max hit points,
So do I
and
do
you put that in current. Yeah. No, you put it in current. Temp is like a shield that only comes over. You got hit with 6.
Minus
so
6.
22 minus 6.
16.
There you go, bud. All right, so you take 6 points of damage as this arrow comes in contact and hits you right in the shoulder, but immediately you just
Like it barely hurt. Like it barely.
I mean,
It hurt, but you're tough.
It hurt, but you're tough. What weapon are you pulling out? Do you have your bow out or?
Well, I'm not gonna use my longbow.
Good call.
That would be.
Hand crossbow, maybe. So I'm right here, right?
Yeah, that's you.
It's not your turn yet, bud. I'm just asking what weapon what weapon you have out.
I have out right now.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt and saying that you now have your option right now to pick what weapon you have out to attack with first.
Okay.
Because it takes a full action in order to pull out an item.
Hand crossbow.
Okay, so you got your hand crossbow out? Okay, we'll say that you're just standing there like ready to go. And just stare it down. So you took.
I do have a quick question.
Hit me.
Don't know if it matters or not. Her 3.
The badger's still in the.
Okay, the 3 creatures, do they need to have any kind of initiative?
They go on her turn. She can use a bonus action to tell one of them.
Cool.
To give one of them an order such as to attack, and then it will work on its own thing. But she can only do that once per turn.
And it just continuously does whatever that last order was.
As long as it's so it's the second scout's turn. Right, so 1, 2, 3. So this one over here goes running up to Phasia. So he has 30 feet of 30 feet of movement, and each one of those are 5. Okay.
Oh no.
All right. He's not a smart fellow. He's going to run up and try to hit you with his longbow that he just. I don't care if it's disadvantage. He's gonna hit you.
Yes.
He's gonna try to hit you.
Longbow's at 150 through 600.
I just got another nat 20 on disadvantage. I'm so mad. I'm not like so mad, but I'm just like.
when you
So
want
does
that
an
20
8
more.
hit you?
Yeah, no.
Ah!
I bet
So
we
you just
won't
kind of runs up, and he's just right over your shoulder, and he's just running at you, and makes. Oh, they get to attack twice per turn. Man, I'm dumb. He's going to shoot another arrow at you at disadvantage. Does an 11 hit you? All right, so, but he's getting closer, not to you with his arrows, but he's getting closer to you with his feet. So good for him.
Way to go, Scout.
That's the end of it.
He
That's
must
the end
be
of
the
that
new
scout's
recruit.
turn. Tzegyr, it is your turn.
Okay, so I have 30 max of movement, so 5, 10, 15, 20.
Hold on. Where were you standing?
You don't count the one you're on.
Right here.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so
Yeah,
you
I
could.
didn't count.
I was gonna say you can go this way, and that's only 5. You don't have to go.
Oh.
Okay, so 5,
okay.
10, and then if you need to go back there, that's 15. But so.
I know. I just want to go right here to 15.
So 15.
So I might have an advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I've got an advantage with my hand crossbow.
Yep.
Okay.
So with your hand crossbow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 30 through 120. So
Okay.
I'm good.
So you'll just roll once and take that number.
So this
Yep, D20.
And with advantage as well.
15.
Oh, yep, with advantage,
15
right?
hit
Because
you?
Wait, hold
Roll
on.
Hold
again.
on, with again. You have an
roll
advantage.
again.
yeah.
for-
Hey, Zeke, sit down.
Dude. 20.
Oh, critical hit!
Go ahead and good job, bud.
You said soul feasting.
Soul feasting. All right, so go ahead and roll. What do you roll for your hand axe? What does it say?
The crossbow. The hand
A
crossbow.
1, 2, D.
He said hand axe. He's throwing a hand axe.
Oh,
No,
not
you
a 1,
said
2.
crossbow.
He said he pulled out the hand crossbow originally, but then right there at the end he said hand axe because it's what
1d6.
What's hold on?
Are you doing the hand crossbow or hand?
Yeah, hand crossbow. 1d6.
Oh yeah,
did the
because you
hand
said
axe.
30 to 120. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, yeah.
Well, he did the hand axe.
1d6
Plus
Right.
2.
Well,
Plus
extra.
Plus,
So, get a
it's
6.
the
Hey,
same.
remove the dice.
Yeah, take the dice off the thing. So that's a 1d6 plus 2?
Yes.
Okay, so with a critical, you'll roll the 1d6, and whatever that comes up, you'll double that and then add 2.
Yeah.
Understand?
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
So roll the dice. 1. So you get it. Okay, so it's
2
a.
plus 2 is 4.
Is it okay? Hey, I'm hitting this guy, by the way.
Yeah.
You also, bud, you have a +2 to attack rolls with your ranged weapons. You should keep that in mind because it's gonna help out with all of your attacks.
Yeah. You're,
Forever.
You're not 20 with a
So
22.
I get a 6.
No. That's just for your attack roll, not for your damage. I was making sure that
Oh.
you didn't have a reroll. But okay, so
Okay, so I got a 22.
You
either way,
still-
I hit him.
you still did 4 points of damage, right?
Yes, I did 4 points of damage.
Okay,
Did
so you run up and shoot the bolt out of your crossbow. And where were you aiming?
Oh, for him.
Right.
Where at?
We're
Okay.
at on him.
Oh,
Where are you wanting to hit him at?
spine.
Spine.
Like right here,
Like
where it
here,
comes
but in the
through.
back, like right here.
Where it comes through.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Where it comes through the heart.
you just kind of like take your place and shoot, and it goes kind of like how your arrow did it first, or how the arrow that hit you did it first,
Well,
and it just
it
goes
hit.
hits him right in the spine. You watch him go.
Yeah.
It collapses all the way to the ground as.
Did I do it?
Yes, as that scout is dead. Can you
I did it.
raise-
And
well,
I
finally.
wiped the blood off my face and spread out from the front of his chest.
Yeah, you watch as like a little crossbow bolt kind of just goes and hits the ground. It just like barely comes out of his chest and hits the ground and just shoots a little bit of blood out at you, and it's gross. So good kill,
Yummy.
Tzegyr. That was
Good
awesome.
job. Good fight.
Okay, I want to
Phasia.
go for this one next.
You do have 15 feet of movement left if you want to move again, but otherwise.
Yes, that would be awesome because 5, 10, 15. And would that be me hitting him with
But
that?
you can't fire right now again.
I know, but I'm
He's
just
a
planning for my next turn. So
I
next
can
turn,
can
can you
once,
please
yeah.
move?
I can
And you
do
can hit this guy.
Or I could try
So
to
we
get
can,
that guy
like-
still.
Cool.
Or I,
All right, Phasia.
yeah, we can work
Okay.
on each one.
So when I talk to tell one of my animals at the end of the turn.
Okay.
Is
Oh,
that
yeah,
at the
we
end of the
can do
turn?
If it's your bonus action, you can do that at any point in time. So
Okay.
you can start doing
I'm
that
going
now.
to look at my big badger. Haven't named him yet.
Giant badger.
And yes, and I'm going to tell him to get the person at the south.
This one?
Attack the person. Or yeah, that was.
Get your,
So, all right.
get your badger.
This one all the way up here? Oh, we need to... Ugh! Okay.
That's your
fine.
badger.
Okay, so let me see here for the
Look,
giant
the
badger,
spider
right?
just popped
Yep.
out of the ball. Like,
You're attacking that one?
Yep.
Okay. On Giant Badger's turn, he gets 2 attacks. He attacks with his bite, and he attacks with his claws.
Damn.
So, go ahead and roll the first attack, which will be his bite attack.
Is that cocked or no?
Yeah, it looks cocked from that angle.
12.
Alright, so plus 3 is 15, which will hit. So go ahead and roll a d6, and that'll be plus 1.
oh, yeah. It
Come on, Mom. Come on, Mom.
4.
Alright, so you guys kind of, those of you who can see or pay attention, okay, well I guess none of you really can, so this just happens without anyone noticing except all the bad guys. So you just kind of go, fucking go get that one! And you just hear, as this giant badger just goes prowling across the earth. We're just not gonna worry about walk speeds right now, because this badger just goes running and pounces up and latches onto the neck of this scout, who just has their bow ready. Oh, what the? Ow! Jeez! And the badger kind of recoils and goes in for its second strike with its claws.
All I
Go ahead
picture here is the Monty Python rabbit.
7.
7 to hit, plus 3 does not hit.
Like-
So let me throw some.
I don't like my thing being on.
Okay,
That.
switch it and put it right here. Better?
Very weird. 6 damage on the first one. Second one didn't hit. Oh, thanks, crit roll. So we'll probably be throwing this up. Well, actually, no. I'm just gonna push it until it gets at least as close as possible can. So Badger runs up, bites into this archer's neck, and as it kind of comes off, Giant Badger goes, and goes to swipe, and the guy just goes, and just completely dodges out of the way. The Giant Badger does not make its attack full. You now you still have your movement and your regular.
I wish you could.
Oh, because of the sound. Thanks, bud.
My spear broke last time, did it? Or no?
That
It broke.
was the
Or was that my other character?
That was your
that no that was
That was
I
this
thought we
one.
picked up. I thought we
Her
picked up.
spear broke. He just
But-
ripped it and broke it.
oh broke
But-
it out of his shoulder. That's right. But you picked up
But I picked up 2, and I had handed it.
Oh, yeah,
handed
I
the
remember.
one
So she
back,
has-
and
Okay.
the other one.
or
So-
it's a javelin, a little bit different, but
Yeah,
it's fine.
javelin.
Is it the same info?
Yes, yes.
Alright, so I am going to use my spear.
Long range or short range?
I guess it's going to be short range.
So like melee short range?
Ooh, you have,
Oh, no.
you have movement. You can
Yeah.
you can use the javelin with 2 hands, and it does more
Yeah,
damage.
so I'll do that. So I'll move towards him. You want to move me towards him?
Alright,
Close
so
as I can.
Phasia goes running up with her new spear in her hand, and just goes to right up underneath this dude's chin, right into his mouth hole. Go ahead and roll the d20 to attack.
Come on, Mom.
8.
Oh, no.
Add your
2 hand is a +2.
Oh, so 9, 10. What do I add to it again?
that would be it. Right? That
Okay,
would be the +2.
so 10.
So yeah, you go up, unfortunately, and just kind of in the heat of the moment, this guy was just shooting arrows at you, and you just kind of like when Captain Marvel turned this girl, like, ah! You just like go around and be like, ah! And he right by his face, and you can see like the look of just dread appear on his face as he's like, oh, today's the day I die, ain't it? Oh no! And he even like says that out loud in the heat of the moment, but you do not manage to hit him, unfortunately.
Today's the day I die.
Do you have
Today's the
anything?
day I die, ain't it? So, top of the order, Gandrel. It is your turn.
I have no movement.
You have no movement.
because I
You must
did double movement
Remain
before.
where you are. For right now, we'll say if you want to switch weapons in the middle of a turn, we'll call it a bonus action. Okay. Because there's a lot of things that bonus actions won't be necessary unless you have certain things. So if you want to use your bonus action to switch weapons, I will allow that until everyone gets to level 5. What's wrong? But was
that? Are we getting to level 3 tonight? Are we getting to level 3 tonight?
I am going to.
Well, not tonight, but maybe next week. Both how you guys are lost right now.
I am going to throw one of my daggers at this guy.
Okay.
It has a 20-60 range, and I'm between that.
Okay.
So yeah.
You don't have any other long range?
I have a short bow, but it's 80 to 320.
Good call. I mean, you can always back up, but
I can't move.
You can't move. You cannot always back up. I lied.
So I mean, essentially, I could go for him or him with my short bow, but he's blocked because of that. He's blocked because of.
I would say that's almost a direct.
Yeah, it's a direct line.
All right, so go ahead and roll to attack with your dagger.
Dirty 20. 13 plus 7.
13 plus 7. That's definitely going to get hit. Roll the range on your dagger.
1d4 plus.
And that's the one in front of Phasia you're attacking?
Yes. No. Ooh, 4 plus 5.
That's
9.
Wow! Holy shit!
9.
That is
9 with a dagger.
You kind of like crouch down just a little bit right next to the dead body right next to you and go all in one fluid movement as this dagger goes almost silently through the air. Dude doesn't notice it. He's like, ah, spear! And as he goes, ah, spear! But they're broken out. This thing comes across his face and your dagger chops his nose off.
They're good.
Yes. Your dagger goes directly across his face and it just... You watch a nose fall to the ground, and the lower half of this dude's face turns into blood. It is just pouring as he goes, Wah! He now has disadvantage on perception checks involving smell. You
suck it, Voldemort.
You hurt him bad. Anything else you'd like to do with your...
Voldemort don't have no nose.
Voldemort doesn't have a nose.
No.
Alright, so end of your turn. Top of the next turn would be the scout number 1, but he is currently eating mud. So it is Salazar's turn. Salazar, what would you like to do, my friend?
I have 44 maybe.
Do what?
What is that something?
Oh, are you counting range?
It's just information. I'm keeping track of stuff.
I'm gonna move 5 feet.
Hey, buddy. This guy's dead.
I know. I'm going.
He's trying to get out, out of the... He's trying to get within...
5, 10, 15, 20. Right there.
Alright. What's up? We'll say that as you made that curve, like as you went up there, you managed to kind of grab your axe from the back of this dude. Oh wait, no, your axe went over both of their shoulders, didn't it?
It went right by
me.
You carry 2 hand axes. I'm almost in the same way that he carries 2 daggers. I'm pretty sure you carry 2 hand axes. So you have another one you can throw if you want to.
So I moved 5.
Pretty sure that's it.
Stop. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
And you have up to 40, bud.
Yeah, you can move another 10 feet.
Oh, dang it.
You can't.
What is it you're trying to do?
I'm trying to do my unarmed strike, but...
Unarmed strike is a melee attack.
Unarmed strike, you have to be right up against him.
Yeah,
I know.
Where were you at? You're over here?
Yeah.
You can easily move up to
get to him.
right
Yeah, come on the other side
10,
of me.
15, 20.
But then I won't be able to.
Hey.
You don't worry about that, dude. No. Here, yeah. Can you get one more space so you're right actually next to him?
Yes.
Do that then.
Yes.
Just trust me.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, easily. All right, cool. So you still have vision. You now have flanking on him, so you have advantage when you attack.
Okay, unarmed strike.
Unarmed strike. So just you hit him with your like elbow or something.
I think I'm just gonna
Okay, yeah. So it's like an over. Okay, cool.
Or in the chin. Whatever.
Right in his missing nose.
Right, his missing nose.
11
Add insult to injury.
Plus 5 is 16. So roll again for advantage. And take the higher number.
Good vibes, good vibes.
12 plus 17.
Okay, so 17's gonna hit
sorry.
as you reach in and hit him with your elbow. Go ahead and roll. What did we say? 1d4 plus 3 for your. So the d4. Let me see. I want to make sure you got it. Okay, yeah. Sorry. All right.
3 plus 3, 6.
Very nice. Very nice. So, you watch as over your shoulder, your snakely friend comes running up and goes, "I don't think so," and just immediately elbow slams down right into this scout's face as he is just and like every time he goes air goes through his nose, and I mean if you know anything about how the body works, he's just every time he screams, it's just blood all over the place, all over all you guys.
I'm way back here. I can't feel
Actually, roll me a d6.
A D6?
Yep.
6.
Of all the ones to... He had 1 HP left. If all you needed was a 1, you gotta say... Regardless, because I'm gonna call it a sneak attack, you just show up out of nowhere, and this dude's like, "What?" And immediately, what was left in his nose, you crushed into his face, and he just... and hits the ground.
Is he dead?
Yes, he is dead. Yes. Right there. All right. That's 2 down. You guys are surprising me.
And I didn't even get hit once so far.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost 10.
Still 10.
You've only gotten hit once.
We need to finish
No,
this.
I
one.
didn't even get hit once.
Okay, so
Guys, pay attention.
Pay attention.
so that was Salazar. Scout number 3, which is this one over here, is kind of watching all this go down and bails.
Bails?
So he
Yep.
runs away.
The only one that actually made a girl. But yeah, she starts running this direction.
Can I stop her?
You, on your turn, could try to stop her. She just used her dash action, so she ran 60 feet from this spot. So, or was it right here? It was right here. So take whatever distance you are from this spot, add 60 this direction, and that's... No, he's right there. Oh, you're counting for yourself. Okay. So she's no longer here, just for the record. She has ran 60 feet this direction.
60?
Yes.
I
So
could probably shoot her with my 100 or longbow.
that'd be 90 feet from where you are, is about where she is.
Yeah,
okay?
and my hand
It's
crossbow
about right
does
here.
30
It's about right here.
And my hand crossbow does 30 through 120.
Okay. So she has sprinted off into the woods out of fear, or for what you can assume is fear. She has indefinitely put her... She was here, and then she goes... puts her thing away, and then just immediately sprints into the woods like that scene in Agent of Ultron where Hawkeye goes running off really, really slow for an old guy. Tzegyr, it's your turn. You just saw that happen.
Oh, I'm gonna attack it with my hand crossbow.
Awesome. Sounds great.
Yeah, so I can't, let any loot possibly go away to waste.
Perfect.
My man.
6.
Plus what?
We'll give you I'll give you advantage because it would
Oh,
technically
she had
be
her
sneak
back
attack if she has her back turned to you.
Yeah. So
So
roll
So that would
again.
be a times 2?
Roll again.
No,
roll again.
Roll
yeah,
again.
Yeah,
Yes,
advantage.
Good vibes, good vibes, good vibes.
15!
All right, so plus 15 plus
15 plus. What's your short crossbows plus?
hand cross.
Hand crossbow.
Oh, hand crossbow. The 80 key.
Yeah, just plus.
Oh, plus 6.
To
Oh,
15?
1d6.
No.
Plus-
The plus 6 is what I needed.
Oh,
So you
okay.
add the plus 6 to the 15. That's 21. So that's definitely going to hit her as she's running away. You just kind of line up and you're like, I got this one. And watch as it comes. And I mean, it's like, and you're watching it almost catch up to her. Roll your damage real quick.
Ooh, damage.
Damage.
Good
You're
vibes, good
1d6.
vibes.
Yeah,
good
Then I have
D6.
to do it times 2.
Hey, hey.
No. Roll
Yeah,
the.
that is the
Oh.
Come on, roll over
Didn't even
here.
see you change.
I didn't even.
5.
All right.
Times 2.
No.
Times 2.
Plus 2.
Plus
Why
two.
are you saying times 2?
Because I had an advantage. Didn't
Advantage doesn't.
No,
That's
oh,
if you
that was
have
rolling this one twice and taking the higher number is advantage.
a critical is
Oh.
times 2.
Yeah.
Is when you roll
so,
a 20.
So 21 with 7 damage.
7 damage. Roll that again for sneak attack once more.
Goodbye.
2.
That's 9 damage total.
Plus what's the plus?
The modifier, yeah.
The modifier again?
Oh, the +2. 11.
11 total? I don't know if you've seen a movie like this. But it's pretty badass.
It would be a pretty bloody movie.
It would. You line up. I got this one. And you watch it. Hits this woman right through her hair in the back of her head as she just
Knock her over.
hits the ground, completely gone.
Knock her over. Knock her over.
In one hit.
Yep,
Knock her
knock
over.
her down.
Hey, I told him to do it.
Oh.
All right, so that ends your turn.
Yeah, now we only got one.
You have movement if you want to
movement.
move closer to the cart or to somebody else.
How much movement? I haven't moved at all.
At this turn, you have 30 feet of movement, so you can move 6 squares.
6 squares.
Mm-hmm.
We only got one guy left.
That at least gets you back towards the driver's seat.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I'd be like ready to go.
Yep.
And then
Good.
I could like go a little this way my next turn
If you need to,
If
you can also
yes.
still hit it with a distance weapon.
Okay.
All right, Phasia, it is your turn. The giant badger. Go ahead and roll an attack. 2 attacks for that.
8.
Plus 3 is 11. That doesn't hit as it's swiped with its arm and it missed and it's just like and goes to bite again, but it misses just a little bit as it pulls back. Give a shit. And he's going to swipe it again.
9
Plus
3
is
12.
8.
I think there is. Yeah. Unfortunately, once again, just this scout is terrified, but also like has kind of learned to stay away from the giant badger. As all those miss, he's still following those instructions that you gave him. You can use your bonus action once again to command one of the others.
I'm going to have my giant rat go take care or go help the badger.
As dude is freaking out now. I mean, you can actually see it now. From this angle as this dude has a giant badger and a giant rat coming at him, and he looks more terrified than when the giant dragon and the giant cat person were out. Go ahead. That was giant rat.
Yep.
Scrolling.
Rawhide.
Okay, so you get just 1 attack with this one. So roll to attack.
Rockhound.
9 plus 3 or 12.
Plus 4 is
4.
13, which does hit. So go ahead and roll a d4, and that's going to be plus 2.
D4.
That's the triangles.
Yep.
Caltrops.
This one.
1.
Oof. Plus 2 is 3. So while he's kind of like distracted with this giant badger, he looks over. Oh no, a giant rat! As the rat goes, and goes and takes a big, just rips a piece of flesh out of his arm. It hurts. He's not happy at all.
That's good.
Alright, so then it's still my turn, right? So
yes, now it is officially your turn.
I'm going to take my light crossbow.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot him with. Hold on. Don't I have one of those? I have a special bolt.
+1 bolt.
Yeah, but I'm going to use it with my +1 bolt.
Okay. So this is +1 to attack, +1 to damage.
11.
+1 is 12.
12, yeah, okay.
Plus
your
One.
short bow.
Short bow. Light bow. +3. So what was that at? 12, 13, 14, 15?
15 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
D6?
Check your thing.
No, D8.
Check your thing. Sassy pants over
Yeah,
here, I
yes.
swear. I love it. 6.
6 plus 2.
I rolled
7,
8.
8.
Alright, so... Oops, wrong button.
Yeah, because you get a +1 from this and
Yep.
a +1 from the bolt.
So, right?
Yeah.
6 plus...
2 total. +1 from this and then +1 from the bolt.
Oh, I thought it was +2 already. Alright, cool. So yeah, 8 points. You turn your attention now, like, okay, where's all my badger, my fucking, alright, and you shoot as this guy is completely distracted. He's got a, rat just bit a piece out of his arm, and he's just screaming because you just landed directly in his eyeball. It's like a Tarantino movie up in this entire swamp. There's just blood everywhere. Which actually, now that you kind of notice, there is a kind of a weird amount of blood all over the swamp. Like everywhere that you can see. It looks like a swamp, but there shouldn't be blood on that tree. And that puddle shouldn't be made of blood. Like
you can tell this is a tainted land.
This is a weird swamp is what it is. So end of your turn. You have movement if you want to use that.
No, I'm good, Wayne.
Okay. Top of the order.
Oh.
Gandrel.
Okay, Gandrel.
Bonus action. Yanking out the short bow.
Okay.
Take a step over to the side.
And
I'm going to sidestep and let one wing straight at his
old boy?
His other eye.
What's at his other eye?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll your attack then.
Good vibes.
18.
That's going to hit.
Unless you would count this as half cocked. I mean, it is.
Nah, it looks 18 to me.
So
what was it gonna do if it got pulled away from the wall a little bit more? Land. Like I mean, you know what I mean. Like it was just under.
Land on a 19.
If you want to roll it again, I'll make you take that second roll, but you can roll with the 18 plus.
DM's discretion.
Okay. So that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
All right.
As those of you who can see, or those of you who care to know that it happens without you seeing it happen, Gandrel kind of is watching all this chaos happen. He just watches a giant badger and a giant rat run overneath this dude, and he's like, oh shit. Oh, that dude's eye just got... Hold on a second, I can do this. As he lines up and gets his bow and arrow ready to strike.
And lands.
So he's
12
still
damage.
alive.
12 damage?
Yep.
What? What?
Hold on. No, that was wrong. That was my rapier. Sorry. Could be just as much. Okay, no, 10 damage. My bad.
10 damage? Oh, okay. Okay.
That's 2 less. So
Either way, it'd still kill him.
We don't know. 10
10
damage is what we know.
It might hit him in the eye.
Gandrel, as you pull back, you take your side step, and you're like, man, this is going to be fucking good. How do you want to do this?
Yes!
I mean, you told me basically how you want to do it.
I want to step, and I just want to just lean my weight onto my back leg, so I have a full brace. Just think, and I let it go, and as soon as I let it go, I just bring my bow down and just stand up and look, because I know that
the Steph Curry 3-pointer.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Almost in slow motion.
For the eye specifically.
You all like it's like a siren goes off. You're like, hey guys, look! But nobody says that. You just hear it in your head. And you all turn as this arrow goes flying past your vision.
Oh my god.
All the way.
Went right past me. And you.
Into the other eye. As dude's like, what? How did this? As he literally bleeds out through his mouth and dies in front of.
Yes, you wanted souls, I provide them.
Sorry,
as the giant badger and the giant rat kind of like and watch this happen and see him hit the ground and then just start ravishing his body. They are just going to town and eating the shit out of that scout. If anyone wants to loot him, they might want to hurry.
I will.
I was like, I can't because they're my animals.
Oh,
yeah,
I
you
can
yell at them to loot.
Yeah, so I'll tell them to loot.
I'll make it happen. I'll allow it.
And to pick up my bolt.
Everyone buy any bag. Okay.
So do we just all just
do
announce what we're doing and do what we're doing, and you do your thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, so I'm looting this one.
Okay.
I'm looting this one.
Looting this one, the one that I killed far away.
You ran all the way out there to check on that one? Okay, go ahead and roll. Everyone that's rolling to loot. You're looting this one. Yep. You're looting that one.
And I'm picking up the hand axe that he dropped.
Okay. Write down the hand axe because I won't have that for you. You're looting this one right here.
I'm
looting that one. Okay.
I can't find my D20.
It's right there on the other side of your cup, bud.
And I holler at say
19.
19.
What's your investigation? Hold on to it, okay?
Salazar.
Add those together.
I also yell at Salazar to make sure he picks up my dagger.
Okay.
Salazar, make sure you pick up.
He notices. I'll let you know.
And I got a 7.
20.
I know. I always have that.
What was your investigation?
Plus 0, so I got 19.
So 19, dirty 20, investigation.
Oh, not dirty
1,
20.
8.
You didn't get a natural 20, did you?
Yes.
I got it.
Oh, that's yours. That's a natural
you
20.
got a nat
20. Plus my 1 on investigation.
Okay.
21.
Nice.
I got 19. That's it.
I like this.
I
I'm
hope I get
starting to like
something.
this better and
6
better.
plus 4, so I got a 10. Sorry.
Don't tell me I'm getting in the blue section of the
You
cards.
find, on this one,
Yep.
this is what you're checking. You find longbow. You find 10 arrows.
Give me surrender.
Longbow, 10 arrows. What did they carry?
Look at my face on my character. I'm like,
Like you found something
They also,
good.
each one of the scouts carries a longbow and a short sword.
I was like that.
So each
Yeah,
one of you have the
yes,
opportunity
slash
to.
and
Hey, guys,
Guys, you gotta listen.
you need to write down your notes on what you're looting because I'm not going to be handing you stuff. Okay?
Every one of these scouts that we've looted, every one of us has picked up 1 longbow, 10 arrows, and a short sword.
Arrows. are different.
A longbow and a short sword.
Yes.
You got it.
Oh, you need another pencil? Well, you just grab him a pen for
So I only
your
got a
air
longbow
nightcap.
and a
Okay.
short sword.
That's just, everyone got that.
Oh.
It's just because every single one of them was carrying those items. You got a longbow and a short sword. Start there. You got 10 arrows. You also found 63 gold.
So I'm gonna put those in my candy sack.
Let him do it. Yeah, let him do
32
each one
silver.
first, and then he'll get to each person.
short what?
Sword. SWORD.
That'll go like at the start of it because it's. But yeah. What did you roll, bud?
I rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10?
Yeah.
You found 11 arrows on top of what you found there.
SWORD.
Spent 8 platinum. 8 platinum. $47 gold. 70 silver. 12 copper. You find a small sapphire.
Me?
Yes. You find a small sapphire that's worth 25 gold pieces. You find a slightly larger sapphire that's worth 35 gold pieces. Gentlemen.
Is this good?
Yes, hold on. You found, you got your stuff that you I told you to write down. Longbow, it's a short sword. Make sure you know. Because there are different sizes and shapes of swords. You found 15 arrows.
Them to use, then yes. If you're going to save them to sell, then you can sell them.
Okay, you found
Up to you.
106 gold pieces.
Oh,
No. Just write it down here so you can add it up later. That's the way that I have always done it. 106 gold pieces, 32 silver, 18 copper. Also found a stone, a very strange stone. It's weird because it kind of looks like your friend Gandrel's face, but in one of the eyes it has a green, like a green gem inside of it, and it's kind of encrusted.
Oh, that's what it looks like?
I mean, he looks like a cat person, but I mean, he hasn't met many cat people, so he's just like, this looks like a cat person's head. You also found...
Good luck.
Hey, bud. You also found a ruby the size of... I'm going to say medium. It's the size of a baseball. It's worth about 100 gold. You big nat 20 throwing jerk.
Yes. This is gonna be good. I bet it.
You got 18 arrows.
Plus 18. $36 arrows so far.
So, just to let you know, a normal quiver will only hold 20 arrows total. So you'd have like extra, but we'll work around it for right now. You also got 16 platinum pieces.
Platinum.
16 platinum pieces. Write it down here separately so that it's its own thing. That's what I've been telling everybody else. You can add it up later. That way it just all works. 16 platinum.
Yes. Mom.
Hold
16
on.
platinum.
Nice.
110 gold.
Mom. Stone of good luck. Luck stone.
Nice.
So I
And
can
then,
get work out.
26 silver.
Like, say I
26 silver.
Showing off.
shooting a thing, I can use this to get.
And then
Okay.
13 copper. You also find...
I'm getting big luck, Mom.
Yes,
I've gotten
you
16
is.
platinum.
I didn't get
Find a strange, small, wooden...
16 platinum.
And it's not necessarily small, but it looks very small whenever you find it. It looks like it fit on the hand of the scout that you pulled it off of. It's a small wooden ring. Kind of looks like mine does, except without the silver lining. It's made completely of wood. And all around the outside of it, it has little animal heads drawn around the outside. You have a ring of animal influence.
Oh, do I not know what it is until
You don't know what it is until you bond with it or until you spend some time with it. You can read it now. You don't know it until
it doesn't say I have to.
Did you get a card?
No.
Right, you don't need to attune to it, but you still need to spend a short rest working with it to figure out what to identify. Unless you have the item. Yours needs attunement. You also found, because you rolled a nat 20.
You picking up all this loot, I swear, Bob.
Yeah, and this is only out of one person.
This is only out
If
of
I
this
looted
guy.
all these people and had this much luck, I'd be rich. I've gotten 16 platinum.
Nice. Nice.
I got.
Well, it's all betterment for the team.
You also find a wand.
Just for me.
I got one
Listen.
bow.
It looks. You find a black wand that it has kind of a short handle that kind of pops out, and then the rest of it gets very, very smooth. And near the end, there is a little bauble, like a silver glass kind of bauble. Looks just like that. Found a wand of magic detection. It also doesn't require attunement, but while you hold it, you can use one of the 3 charges that it has to cast detect magic. So if you're in some place, you want to know if there's something magical or somebody has something magical on them, you can use that from the spell.
So that's all my luck.
Huh?
That's big luck.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. I mean, you rolled nat 20 on your investigation, so I mean, I'm trying to do it right.
I only have rare and uncommon things so far. Is that good?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's kind of how it is right now for level 2. And again, I don't know if I've really discussed this, but once you guys get like your true weapons, like you're gonna get that one bow that's also a thing that I told you about. You're gonna get a bow. You've got stuff that's coming in. You've got magic that's coming in. Once you get to that point, you won't really need to loot for weapons after that, unless you're just trying to sell them. So, but anyway,
I'm probably gonna sell them.
that is kind of the end of our night. We have Tzegyr throwing down the nat 20 on the investigation check, which is pretty epic.
Okay, nice.
We've got Salazar, who got in a pretty dang good ending punch. Phasia had the how do you want to do this, didn't she? No, you got the how do you want to do this. Gandrel got the how do you want to do this with his all the way across the battlefield nailing a dude in the eyeball hit, which is pretty awesome. Also, we got to see a few more of Phasia's wild, where the wild things are.
And your
is
wild things are...
Jumped right into it like throw the flamethrower. I mean, she was just like, I'm just going to throw these on the ground. You guys go to work for me. And they freaking did. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you so much. This was a pretty good game. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks to watchers, followers, subscribers. If you aren't one of those yet, go ahead and hit that heart up on top of the thing.
And hit the subscribe button.
And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get 42 followers by April 20th. All the souls will be yours. Thank you so much for being here, Nem. We really appreciate it. If you aren't doing so, be sure to check out Critical Role. We're about to raid them real quick as they're getting started.
Are we going to load up and...
I'm going to take a picture of where we're at because you guys won't be going very far from here on next time on Dungeon Dragon Z.
Well, why don't we just go ahead and load up and that's where we'll start.
Okay, so you guys, you pack up all your stuff and get into the carts. Which direction would you like to... This is kind of a southeastern direction. This is more of a northwestern direction. So which way would you like to head?
And where are we headed to again? Where we're supposed to be going?
You're supposed to be heading towards the... You're supposed to be heading southeast
to the guy.
To Laveau, right?
Yeah, you're hitting the train tracks to go up to Laveau, yes.
So we want to continue heading that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let me
So
down.
That way? All right.
Tried.
So the cart makes its way further down the road. You as you guys come up and see this 40 to 60 foot dip of water where you know that your cart can make it through, but it's a little bit better if you're in a cart than if you're walking. If you'd end up wet for quite a few minutes, but as you guys start to approach this swampy moat of gross water, we're gonna pick it up next time, and we'll continue. It's for everyone's record, it's gonna be about 11 o'clock in the morning. No, you guys probably running for like an hour tops, so I'd say it's probably like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. So you guys still have a full day ahead of you. But that was quite the encounter. You guys kicked ass. Y'all heard me. I said this is bad. You should not have done this, and they ended up winning. So I mean, that's pretty awesome. So, yeah.
I would like to drive because I didn't take any damage.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
celebrations.
Okay, so you'll
I didn't take
drive.
damage.
I'll drive. What?
I didn't take any damage.
Okay, then you get to sit up front too.
Yeah, I can
Alright.
absolutely
And
use some
they can
R&R.
both
Okay.
stand back.
And we can talk about our gear and
I'm
stuff.
gonna sit in the back and lick my wounds for a while.
That sounds about cat-like.
About our gear stuff.
Oh, we can do that too. I'm just gonna be licking my wounds because I'm hurt.
So we'll bring it to kind of maybe a short rest there, depending on what you guys come up on. We'll find out next week, definitely. But I want to thank you guys again for being here and for hanging out. We're going to cut over to Critical Role. I want to thank Shelby and Larry, as well as Austin and Zeke. Here, let me cut back over to...
See you later, alligator.
We will catch you guys next time.
later.
Thanks so much. We love you. We will we'll see you actually Saturday. We have a show on Saturday, but on Tuesday we will be back with our next D&D show, Rolling High. So we'll see you guys then. Thanks so much again for being here. We love you. Don't forget to love each other. Don't forget to roll high, and stay lucky, guys. Love you.
I lift my head up, I ask the Lord how long will this last, cause a motherfucker getting fed up, looking at you through broke stained glass. So I ask about your past, cause I love being mad. I'm crass lies, but I didn't mean to hurt your feelings that bad. I pray for guidance, I pray for silence, I pray for 15 more minutes. What the fuck you count in your marriage? I need companionship, abandonship. I'm breaking you off. I blame your mother and your friends, cause that's who making you soft. Baby girl, don't play with the bars. Baby girl, just take off them drawers. Baby girl, I need a couple minutes. I don't care about the cost. I grip my rosary and pray for those who seek the peace of mind and the time to get over me. I'm so full of myself. Don't need your help. I can act like a fool by myself. I am the help. You're the top shelf, making me melt. I got the bells and the whistles. Everything is for sale. I feel like hell. Can't you tell? Like my conscience in jail. I'm on my knees praying peace. Ain't got no mercy myself. I lift my head up. I ask the Lord, how long will this last? Cause a motherfucker getting fed up. Looking at you through broke stained glass. Took a long walk, but I'm okay. Little bit of vodka in my OJ. Had a long talk, but we okay. No way, Jose, ice, it's a cold play. My life in a cold place, baby, you warming me up. I act tough, cause we in love. Nobody giving a fuck. I am alive, I am Lazarus. Back from the dead, from the touch of the baddest bitch that's stuck in my head. I'm laying down in a bed, lay my life on the line. It's bus time, so I bust vibes on the bus ride. I feel it. Oh, I feel it. Oh, I feel it. Oh, good spirit washing over me. Now tell me how it's supposed to be. I feel it. Oh, I feel it. Oh, I feel it. Lift my head up. Ask the Lord, how long will this last? Cause a motherfucker getting fed up. Looking at you through.
It means that men will just lose heart. Their spirits will just flag and say, what's the use? As they see these things coming up on the world, they'll lose heart. Just don't want to keep on. It said, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And this is speaking of the second coming, when he'll set his feet bodily upon the Mount of Olivet in Jerusalem, and it'll cleave to the east and the west. And he'll come back personally with his saints with him. I plan to be in that number. I plan to be in that number. I plan to be in that number.